Hello, 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 everybody. Did you miss us? We missed you. It's so good to see you again. How y'all doing? I am here. We've got some very interesting stories in tale for you today. As soon as I went to start, I looked at the camera and my hair was an absolute mess, so I'm quickly fixing that before I switch us over. I will switch us over to this. Hello, it's me! At the moment the others are muted. Because I wanted to say hello to chat. Hi. Of course they are watching, so I can't talk any shit. Like, they'll know. But hello. Yeah. Welcome. I'm going to quickly let them know that I'm going to bring them in. Hi, Kate! Thank you so much. I can't believe that you're lurking and streaming at the same time. Like, that is some dedication. Thank you! Holy shit! Thank you so much! Okay, I'm gonna unmute and undeafen here. As soon as I can remember how to. There we go.
So
this thing called a skill issue.
Needing to heal.
Oh, taking damage. About
it is in fact a skill issue.
It is a skill issue that I keep taking damage because I'm currently on 8 hit points.
Oh yeah.
And then Space is like, just don't take damage, and I'm like, well yeah, but I have something called skill issue, and just take damage.
Just make the monsters roll lower forehead.
Yeah.
Basically.
Look, that's a Final Fantasy XIV healer problem. Is like, just don't take damage.
Just don't take damage.
Just don't take damage.
That's a white mage kit. Don't take damage. Just mitigate.
Yeah, exactly. Killing the enemy is mitigating damage.
I spent 2 hours trying to do a extreme raid boss on Final Fantasy yesterday, and I was a healer and I had one tank with me.
Guys, the stream has started.
Yeah, I'm aware.
We're just catching up with everyone. Hi, Kate, by the way.
Yes, hello, Kate.
Hello, Kate.
Thank you for the sub. That's really sweet of you. Okay. My brain is going brr. So anxiety is in full control. However, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. So, or we're gonna crash and burn. But either way, it's gonna be entertaining for you. So.
It's all for you, audience. It's all for you, chat.
I'm worried because Sparrow's idea of fun is torturing us.
Just because you're correct doesn't mean you have to be so loud.
The smiling, like, devil emoji.
Sparrow is going to torture us.
I legit had to have a look and make sure that you guys were audible on stream. Because I've done that too many times.
No contact.
Did you just say this stream is sponsored by Audible?
No, we talked about this. The stream is sponsored by Cornflakes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Kellogg's Cornflakes.
As well as Arkenforge. Eyes emoji.
Okay,
eyes
there are
emoji.
no sponsors for the stream, but I am affiliated with Arkenforge.
I feel like if you're affiliated, it feels like there's
No, they.
partial.
I hope they pay me money, but I would have to use more of their maps on thing, and
Maps are hard.
my stream deck's not working. What the fuck?
Rich.
Why not?
Reset my stream deck.
I
Right.
just had to update mine earlier this evening, actually.
Maybe it needs an update. I had to update my whole like graphics card before I went to bed last night, and I was just like, oh yeah, and finally get notifications when it needs to update. It's great. It only took me like a year to fully activate notifications, so I know when it needs updating.
Oh, I need to do that. I leave shit to not update for so goddamn long.
And then the computer freezes, and it's like, oh, I wonder why. And it's like, oh, because I haven't updated my like graphics card in like a month and a half, and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Me watching Windows desperately try to update and me just hit no.
What if I said no?
It's at the point it's giving me that pop-up at the same time every single day now of like, hey, you need to schedule this, and I'm like, nah.
No, that sounds like
remind me
a
later.
you problem.
What if I didn't update you?
Did I tell you guys I nearly said that to someone at work? It sounds like a you problem. Like, I had to fight not to say it.
Little
Great
spicy
emoji,
Sparrow.
like, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it.
This guy was just complaining at me, and I'm just like, that is not my fault. 1, that is not my fault. 2, that is not my problem. 3, you're being very aggressive and making me very uncomfortable. So all I could think in my head, like I barely caught it before I said it, was that sounds like a you problem and not a me problem. See how that works? And I'm just like, no, I will get killed. I will be murdered. Okay, it looks like everything's working. I think. Moiter burn. Also, my hair is being a little bitch today. Let's be honest, my hair is a little bit of a bitch every day. When it's this thin, it likes to, lay in very weird ways. Which is why I will compulsively try and fix it, even though at the moment it looks fine, but there is something that I can see that's driving me up the wall. I'm not going to point out what it is, because then you guys will see it. don't guess, because otherwise I'm going to get really self-conscious.
No, you look fine. You look great.
Thank you. Okay. I think... Is there anything that you guys want to... Oh, Sarah.
Subscribe, follow. We're close to...
Would you like to quickly...
200 follow.
Oh yeah, we're like 10 off of... Like, I'm 10 followers off of 200 followers on Twitch. This is insane. And I'm 1 follower off of 100 on Instagram. I'm so fucking close.
Wait.
So
I
close.
follow you on my accounts. I can just follow my accounts.
I'm so
here,
goddamn
I'll show
close.
you.
I've been doing a bunch of like D&D content and Final Fantasy content over there. Been trying to do it more regularly, but it's only been like 4 days, so we'll see how we go.
Holy shit, you reached 100, let's go.
Did you just go and follow me?
Yeah, I don't really use Instagram much, but I remembered I had an account on there and I was like,
Thank you. That is really sweet of you.
sheesh, 100 followers! Yeah!
Fuck yeah! 100 followers. Oh. So, Umbra, you have changed your Twitch username. Would you like to tell people your new username? Because going forward, we're going to use that, and people might get a little bit confused.
Oh, yeah.
So,
For people who don't
you don't
know,
have to explain
I
why.
have been rebranding. TLDR, and my new username is Sarah Tiana, and it is lovely to meet you under this username, everyone.
It's really exciting.
Whoa, is that a biblically accurate angel?
The artwork you've done for it is amazing. Like, oh
Thank
my gosh.
you.
Did you just do a sound thing?
Thank you.
Fucking Christ. You guys can do sound effects through Discord. I don't know if they carry through, but I heard them.
I hope it did.
Christ.
I think it did, but I might be...
Christ.
Just to
I
add
heard
to the
it.
confusion on stream, I haven't updated the stream graphics yet, but I will.
Oh, it does go through. Confirmed. You're
Sorry.
in danger, Sparrow.
I am. Especially when I get that Uru sound effect set up. Sage, you were speaking.
Yes.
Yes. Just to add to the confusion, I haven't updated Sarah's name in the stream graphics yet, but I will have done that by next game. So.
Thank you.
Your effort is appreciated.
I've changed my PNG tuber so many times with little redesigns before this rebrand that I made it in a day. We're practicing. We're learning.
Oh, you are so fast at drawing.
It's ridiculous! Like, that is both, like, me being like, holy shit, you need to take more time and relax and look after yourself, but also, if you want a commission, Sarah, you will get shit done. Like, they get shit fucking done and done well. And my mic keeps peaking.
It's the speedrunning nature. I'm just like, I gotta go fast, I guess. If I can complete a Realm Reborn in basically a week, I can do a commission in a day.
Sarah, I need this in my life. I need you to do this for me. I need you to draw your PNG tuber as Sonic saying, gotta go fast.
I'll make that an emote. Thank you.
I need this. I need this in my life.
I need to write that down somewhere.
The biggest problem with being faster than light is you can
You always live in darkness.
always live in darkness. That was it.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh god, that's gonna be so funny.
You can never outrun the pain.
Okay.
Gotta run fast so the demons can't nip at my heels.
Does anyone remember those old sayings? It's like the ones that they used to tell girls, like, to kind of hype them up, and it was like, be the kind of bitch that when you get up in the morning, Satan goes, oh fuck, she's up. And I'm like,
Oh my god, yeah.
I both love those and think that they're ridiculous, because I'm like, first of all, how heavy are my footsteps? Like, am I stomping hard enough on this floor to wake the devil? Is that something I want to be doing? And the other part of me is like, that's kind of badass though. Not gonna lie.
Inside of you are two moods. What the fuck? And oh yeah, let's fucking go.
Fuck. Now all I can think of is, inside of you are two wolves. One has depression. The other has depression. You have depression.
You. I've heard that one, but one is gay. The other is gay. You are gay. That's the first time I saw that meme.
Oh god.
Oh, that just reminds me of a TikTok I saw ages ago. It's these two young people who were just like, basically effectively doing slam poetry.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot describe it, I have to find it. Carry on.
Okay.
I'll put it in the post when I find it again. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm very much paying attention and listening, but I will also be looking for this.
the best part is, I occasionally check shitposts as we're playing, and it's a bad idea every time I do, because it sets me off.
Yeah.
But it also leads to great moments when I show my sister, who is helping me build Taeve, this shitpost channel, and she just cackles. She just fucking loses it. Because she does not watch streams. Mostly because that way we can talk to each other about it and come at it from a fresh perspective. So I know what's happened in stream, so when I explain it and kind of go, okay, so this is kind of where they are, and I'm having trouble with this, she doesn't have the same mental pathway that I do. Does that make sense?
Oh, that's clever.
Plus she doesn't, and this is not a bad thing, she just doesn't like hearing my voice recorded. Does that make sense? Like, she will listen to me ramble on for fucking ages. Always does. But she doesn't like she doesn't like hearing her own voice recorded, and she doesn't like hearing family members' voices recorded.
That.
So I'm like,
I feel that. I get
that's
that.
fair. Of course, this will be the one time she watches, and I'm gonna get yelled at.
Nah, it's fine.
Like, why are you
So
telling these
I don't
people
like
about
hearing my
someone?
own voice.
So long as it's family members in general, not you specifically.
Yeah,
That
it's not
would
me.
be-
It's not me
that would be-
specifically.
yeah, that would be pretty hurtful.
Yeah, nah, it's... Honestly, I had the same problem. It's like, it's taken a lot of time to be able to hear my own voice in recordings and not,
Oh, yeah.
cringe.
Cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hear myself sometimes and I'm like, that's what I sound
don't-
like? Ew.
There we go, I found it.
I don't like to watch
Thank
the VODs of these streams because I'm like, oh, I have to listen to my own voice sometimes.
It's such a fucking mood. Honest to God, it's such a mood. I will say now, though, that all of you have perfectly lovely voices. I love listening to them.
Reverse.
Thank you. That means a lot. I used to be very ashamed of my voice, so even though, like, there's nothing wrong with it, like, I know that now, but when I was younger, I was bullied a lot for it. Especially, I make a joke of it now, but the fact that I can't quite always control my accent. So when I hear an accent for a long period of time, I will mimic it. Not intentionally. When I was in high school and younger, that would just happen. And there wouldn't be any, like, it would happen much quicker, so people would think, A, I'm mocking them, or B, like, I'm lying, that I'm actually from this place. Not that my accents were that good, not what I was getting at. So I used to get in a lot of trouble, and it made me super self-conscious of it. So it's so weird to me now to be recording my voice, listening to it, and having almost 190 of you like my voice and keep coming back for it. It's fucking weird.
You have a nice voice.
Yeah, exactly. It's very soothing.
Thank you.
You do your intro, and I'm like, I want you to narrate my life, please. Thank you. /SRS, like, I'm genuine. /Jen, like, please. Narrate my life for a day. It'll mostly be me just playing video games, but still.
It's okay.
This, my friends, is a story of Syrah and indeed Tanea.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make that my tagline.
It's true. The story. Oh, that my voice is nice. Thank you.
Yes, it is true.
I'm also just waiting because the ads will start in like 4 minutes. So I figure it might be a good idea to start this stream after that. Yeah.
Cool. We'll catch up time. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So just so people are aware, I'll probably try and put a marker into the stream edit if I remember. If I don't, I'm sorry. But I'll put it in the description and be like, actually, the D&D content starts here. Have fun.
It's nice to have a little opening intro. We will just, even though we meet up half an hour before to chat.
To be fair, I'm like,
stream.
I am so stressed just before stream because I'm trying to fix things up, make sure things are working, make sure I've done everything, make sure fucking Syrinscape's being nice to me, and then I look at Arkenforge and I'm like, I have not done the map for this week. Shit! So hopefully we won't need it. But I really need to just dedicate like a weekend to using it and setting up a bunch of maps.
Mm.
And I'm not shilling. I could,
No,
but
not.
I'm not shilling. It is really fucking easy to use, and it absolutely sends me every time I look at it. But the items that you can put on this map are arranged alphabetically. That makes sense, right?
Ooh.
So you have campsites, you have cooking, you have corpses. Literally under the cooking. It literally goes cooking, corpses. I actually had to add Arkenforge because me and my sister saw that and lost our shit. It was so fucking funny. So now every time I open up that menu, I just fucking die. Which probably explains why it takes me so long to make maps. I have to recover emotionally.
Have to recover emotionally from cooking corpses.
Real quick, while you guys are waiting on ads, I need to clean something up.
No stress, no stress. Try and get comfortable, because you know. Oh, so important thing. I tried to fix my chair.
Oh, how'd it go?
It didn't go well.
No.
So, I will say this: Secret Lab, you make a fucking good chair, because. Right, so what's happened is it's a very rare fault in the hydraulic system, which is what's causing me to fall. They got me a replacement part within a couple of days once I brought up the issue. That's not the problem here. Problem is, the instructions to remove the base of the chair and everything, very simple. Child can do it. I tried to do it for a good hour, and then had my dad and my brother come in and try to do it, and that thing is fucking stuck. It is stuck together. There is no pulling it apart. So I can't fix my chair. So if I suddenly start shrinking during these streams, it's because my chair has decided that it has had enough of being upright and would like to rest.
My dad had to make my chair for me because I didn't have like the upper body strength to lift it and put it together. So, and I'll just wheel it anywhere I need to put it. I'm just like, yeah, we're not lifting this. Same chair. Same chair. Just so chat know, we have the same chair and it's great.
Oh yeah. Twinsies.
Twinsies, you just got good fashion sense.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, I can personally guarantee that unless you purposely try to break this chair, and believe me, we spent a good 2 hours with trying to detach. We followed all the instructions and we didn't forget to unbolt anything or anything like that. It was all good. But the wheel and the hydraulics thing is so locked together that I cannot separate them. And you can't even separate it from the base of the chair. It's it's just fucking solid. So, kudos to you, Secret Lab, because holy shit.
It's too strong.
Chair's too strong. Ad starts in 15 seconds, so if you are not subscribed, do feel free to subscribe, or use Twitch Turbo or whatever other thing that allows you to skip ads. I don't really mind. Although if you could support the stream, that would be great. We've also got to set this up for you guys, because you guys deserve to get a bunch of shit too. So I want to share your throne links when you have them. I know that Sage doesn't have one at the moment, but we've got to figure out a way for people to share, you know?
Reminding me that I need to re-edit my
You'll never find a way of being nice to me.
What if I become a streamer? Come join the
find
gang.
a way. I will. I will.
One day.
One day I will fly to England. Just be like, so.
I think you're gonna say hunt you down.
Cornflakes.
I honestly need you just to make a throne just filled with cornflakes items. It would be so fucking
You'll be
funny.
the shelf of cornflakes.
If you do want to make one though, I have invite codes, so you can skip the waiting period. I have a bunch of them, so I need to give them to people.
I think I have a few left on mine. It's been so long. I need to edit my. The one thing about changing a username is like, oh yeah, I need to change it on everything, and then you forget one thing, and it's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to do this. I need to watch this meme that you've put in here. Also,
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them all ads.
if you are new to the channel and have not been here before, in my Discord currently, there is a shitpost channel, a D&D shitpost channel. You will not be able to post in it. There is a meme shitpost channel for you to post in, but this is for the players, and so you can watch the players shitpost during my streams. During D&D streams. So you get an insight into the absolute shenaniganery that these people get up to while I'm not watching them. You know, just trying to plug that Discord, get more people in there. We're actually developing a nice little community. It's really cool. I'm so hyped. Oh. But thankfully, it's going to be a good day. At least I hope it'll be a good day. I'm very stressed, but you know how it is. Sometime it do be what it do. And all of my people have gone silent. There we go. Like, all of my people have gone silent.
Sorry, I was looking at the video that got sent.
It would be so good if, like, one day I could meet the guy that does Doofenshmirtz's voice, because he's on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. So
It's
fucking
amazing.
funny.
I didn't know that he like partially like helped write a lot of Phineas and Ferb and everything. I
like
didn't know that
that.
it was like the same. Yeah.
Are you back with us, Space? No. Hey, we're just waiting on Space and then we'll begin. Are you still with us, Sage?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, there's someone showering in my house and there's a lot of background noise.
Oh, well, I can't hear it, so
Okay.
don't stress too much.
It's just before I came on Discord, we had someone doing like maintenance work outside my window because I'm on the ground floor, and I was like,
Oh.
please stop before I join the chat, and it did.
My fucking neighbors, man. Like, I don't mind when people have parties. That's not a bad thing. Like, you have all the fun you want to have as long as it doesn't hurt people. But if you play fucking music so loud that it is both audible. Hello, Stitch Leather. Hang on. I know that name. Hang on. A lady? Hello. Welcome in. Eleni is a very old friend of mine. From yonks before I started streaming. Hello. Welcome in, lovely. It's good to see you. Yeah, so my neighbors play fucking... Honestly, they play shit music. But that's not the important thing. They play such loud music that even though I have shutters, that like metal shutters that are sealed shut, my windows are closed, everything's like locked down, it's still so loud in my house that I have to wear these noise-cancelling headphones. Otherwise, it triggers a migraine. And they will do that every weekend. I'm like, bitch is gonna be dead.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What we gotta do? You gotta play back music just as loud to interfere.
Oh, it's so tempting. It's so tempting.
I mean, at this
But
point,
do it at a time that's like
inconvenient for them.
as inconvenient for them as it is.
Yeah. Do it the morning after one of their parties.
Oh, it's tempting, but then I'd have to be up that
Oh,
early.
that's evil. Oh, yeah.
And the problem is, right, they're annoying, but there are other people around us that are not. And it's like, I don't want to get them involved in my revenge, but I will get revenge.
Karma exists. It will come around.
Oh yeah. As far as things go, they're not that bad neighbors. They're probably very lovely people. I've had very few interactions with them, so it's all good. It's just, holy shit, do I hate their music sometimes. The thing that set
at least have Taeve still, make it easier.
Exactly.
to bear with.
Oh god. The thing that got me super angry was around New Year's, right? They set off fireworks in their backyard. There were a lot of trees around us, a lot of bushland.
Ooh.
Like we're not in the boondocks, but we're like not rural. We're actually quite close to a city center, but there's a lot of like bushy area. So there's a lot of shit that could have caught on fire, and they were letting off home fireworks. And I'm sitting there like, there are kids around here, man. What is wrong with you?
How short-sighted do you have to be?
Exactly. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
See, I have a personal vendetta against fireworks because they scare my family dog, and he gets really upset around them. So I'm just like, I'm gonna fight the fire for you, my guy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, our cat used to get very scared about them, and now what she will do is go and find my sister because she's bonded really tightly with my sister. She will go and find my sister and hide under her blankets while she's working on a computer. She'll just go there. It's like, oh, sweet.
If we give, so my family dog's called Bailey. If we give Bailey like a bone or like a filled one or just something like will take him a while to eat, he'll actually luckily he'll just ignore all the fireworks. So it's like, okay, so we stock up on like special treats for him when we know it's like New Year's, because then it's like, oh, because then if we just put it in front of him, he'll just focus on that and almost like completely zones out any firework noise. But I want to get him there's like those headphones you can get. I was like, just give him those headphones and then he can't hear anything.
Put it on your throat.
Should get my dog some
sick shit. You could crowdfund that. People will buy it. People go nuts for buying pet stuff. All right, we have talked for a while.
Yes, my bad.
It's not your bad. Thank you for keeping the conversation going with me. But we have an adventure to get to tonight. So
we do.
Yeah.
We've got to get back to this caravan and explain that we said that we weren't gonna go and get injured, and now two of us are returning on like death's doorstep.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why you guys made that promise.
I don't know why I did. I thought it'd be fun to like reassure them that like, oh, we're just gonna go and look for a bear. Like, you know, we're going on a bear hunt, as Sparrow Mum so amazingly put in
You
chat
made a
last
promise you couldn't keep.
It's not the first time Umbra's done that.
Imagine making promises. Right, Space?
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Okay. So.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for this tea to finish steeping so I don't sound horrible.
You sound fine.
Great.
You sound fine. All right. Shall we begin?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
All right. Let me transition to the face, to the other screen. I have these set up as weird names, just so that because I copy and try and fuck around with it. So.
You gotta name them funny things. It makes it fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay. So. Hello, once again, dear adventurers and very, very dear guests. Tonight, we return once more to Taeve, to a land of myth and magic, of dungeons and indeed dragons. Where we left our intrepid party last time, they had managed to slay a mysteriously corrupted bear, thick black briars bursting through its flesh, seeming to grant it untold regeneration abilities. With the aid of Judith Hoppington, a young but determined Harengan huntress from Talmyn, you were finally able to bring the beast down, claiming its hoard for your own. For one of you, however, this was not the victory you had hoped, as an insidious voice commanded you to devour the heart of that beast, sending chills down your spine. Thankfully, you did not have to devour it raw, and you have returned to the camp bruised and bloodied. Adan's words of warning still lingering in your ears, that gruff, determined voice telling you not to get hurt. You found the dwarves. Well, you find the dwarves, engaged in a game of cards. A fervent shouting match ensuing as they each debate that they have, in fact, not cheated, and it is entirely possible to have 3 kings and 2 aces each. Each had won fair and square. The argument, however, dies down as they see you, and a long moment hangs in the air, silence dragging on. And then Dagden starts to chuckle, this low, soft rumble as Bowden sighs and swears under his breath before pulling out a pouch of coins and handing it over to Dagden, who takes it not with glee, but with definitely more amusement than you've seen him express previously. You couldn't bloody say safe, could ya? Bowden shouts out towards you.
Umbra, very, you know, you do, a very, indignant, huff. I know that we tend to draw trouble our way, but you didn't need to actually place bets on us.
No, it's what they do.
Dagden looks at you with a kind of a proud smile. I like to bet on sure things.
Oh. I don't know whether to take that as a slight insult or a compliment, but I'll choose the latter because it will make me feel better after the day we've had.
I imagine it's been quite the day.
Can I just, really quickly send a glare back to the rest of the party to be like, don't you dare mention the shit incident, otherwise I will actually, Tasha's hideous laughter all of you.
You won't need a spell for that. We'll just be incapacitated with the laughter regardless.
Sure.
Doesn't even, I was just eyes emoji, don't you dare, don't go, please, spare me.
Umbra turns around, just death glaring the rest of you. And you see...
Quietly, I'll kill you.
Bowden and the others, they clock this. You're not doing this particularly subtly, I imagine. So they clock this. So there's a story. Is there?
I'm gonna raise a finger and as if to start talking, and then look at Fiala and there's not a very interesting and exciting and heroic story.
We fought a bear.
Walk in the woods.
We found the bear. We killed the bear. And we got a little bit injured doing so. And I think that's all the main talking points. And I kind of looked to the rest of the gang. I think that's all that really happened, Possessed bear by some weird thing.
Yeah, that's all that happened.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. Don't glean the fact that I'm probably still slightly soaked in water from just dive bombing into the do you say persuasion? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18.
Okay.
Get persuaded!
I'm gonna roll an insight check. Okay. You see a faint curl of amusement underneath this thick beard. The braids kind of almost obscuring it. I see. Well, you may want to definitely and he's going to do that look over all of you. Kind of lick the back of his teeth and then I bet that's exactly what happened in that story. But you've made me rich. Well, richer than I was this morning, so I'll let it pass. Come on then. Get cleaned up.
I don't know why anyone would need to get cleaned up.
At that, Bowden gives you a weird look. You're all covered in blood, except for one of you.
Oh yes, of course, the blood. The blood.
Why
Yes.
would you...
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna sort of glance frightenedly at Umbra.
Umbra's just gonna like kind of like rubs his temple, and then it's just like, yes, we should definitely clean off. I am not looking forward to having to repair this outfit for the 100th time, but hey, at least we did what we set out to do, and hopefully we should be able to get back on the road soon. We just thank you for sharing your patience with us as we went on our little gallivanting side quest. And I'm like just trying to push away from like any more talk. We are not talking about cleaning up anymore. You know, we've done enough of that.
The olive's perfectly clean. What are you talking about cleanup?
True, the hour is perfectly clean.
Yeah, you're pristine.
No, you're not. You're not.
Didn't you rip apart that?
Oh,
No, you got precipitated.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Yes,
fuck, you did.
I did.
Never mind.
Mhm.
You're just like nice and clean. Lucky you.
Oh.
I'm not sure it's
I
luck.
guess- No.
Not sure you want
It
this.
looks like luck to the rest of the gang, but at what cost?
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to discuss at camp before setting out on your journey?
Nope.
Yes, we got some items, didn't we?
Nope.
You did.
Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, those.
I think there was one of them an amulet, right? There was a jewelry item that I kind of had my eyes set on. There was
yes.
a jewelry item and something else, if I'm correct.
There
But
was.
I'm sorry, I can't remember the third one.
No. There's a cloak, a statue.
Oh, statue.
Yeah, a statue and a curious stone. Yeah, cloak, statue,
Oh,
curious stone.
I'm liking the idea of curious stone.
No stress, face. Unfortunately, the card that I had it written on is currently... Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I had...
Yo.
Yeah, it's just literally just a
Love
note
that.
card. Okay, so you have an amulet, a statue, and a cloak.
Could I call dibs on the amulet?
And the small
We should probably
stone.
figure out what they do first.
Yeah, we should figure out what they do first. I just saw cloak and was like, I feel like Fiala's gonna like a cloak.
Do you do the rule that characters can identify an item over the course of the rest?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Or do...
If you're gonna spend a rest doing it, yeah, sure. The way I see
Well,
it,
they're, like,
that
traveling
identify
with-
would allow you to do it quickly, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
So you could do other things on your rest. But if you're gonna spend your rest during the travel doing it, yeah, be my guest.
Okay. I think when we next get the opportunity, if we don't have an hour before we set off, then I guess we could rest during the journey and identify them.
You would definitely have an hour as they kind of pack up their card game, make sure that you guys have supplies to at least, if not heal, then stitch yourselves a little bit together so you're not actively bleeding all over the place. So yeah, you definitely have an hour. So if you wanted to spend some hit die as a short rest, you can do that.
I would
I don't think I have
absolutely
any-
like to spend some hit dice.
I do have some hit dice left. Oh, awesome. I might do that as well.
And we will give Space the opportunity to do that when they get back.
Never have I been more eager to spend some hit dice to heal.
I've taken my I've done that. I rolled pretty well. I got back 9. I'm pretty, because I used 2 dice, and I'm pretty happy with that. Look at that healing, cleaned up. My boy now thrives.
The rest of us don't know what you got, so you may want to tell us.
Oh, I got 9
Ooh,
health.
nice.
Back, so I'm now I've gone up to 17. Bearing in mind my max is 27, so feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, you definitely feel a lot better after a quick short rest. Just being like,
Short rest.
I just need to
clean
sit down and not think for
Have
the
some
next
grub.
hour.
Legit. After the day that Umbra's been having, he doesn't want to think.
It's really
Maybe
funny
worry
though.
about
focus on
it.
cleaning his scimitars and have some grub and just be like, they better never mention this ever again.
So over the course of the short rest, shall we each try and identify an item?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Do you want to identify the amulet?
Yes, please. How did you know? I totally haven't expressed a vested interest in one item, and only one.
I'd like to try and identify the stone. I think.
Stone? Okay. Diala? Would you like to try and identify an item?
That is a good question.
You have the cloak and a statue of a cat.
Maybe the cloak.
Okay.
I called it.
Alright, so over the long rest, you are indeed. You have to roll for that? I don't think you'd have to.
What, an identify?
Yeah.
I don't think so typically, but if you want to rule that as the DM, then you can.
I think because they're all common, I won't have you roll for it. Maybe if they were like higher level legendary stuff, then maybe. But since they're common, let's just fucking go with it. So, the amulet, going from the top of my list, is a clockwork amulet.
Oh, that's really good.
Where's the emoji?
The cloak is a cloak of elven kind.
Ooh.
And the stone is actually a homebrew item and that I saw that I needed to immediately bring in. What it is a rock of healing. A simple, smooth rock with a glyph of healing symbol on it. As a bonus action, the rock can be smacked into anybody within smacking distance. On a hit, roll 1d6, and on a 3 or higher, the rock heals them for 1 HP. On a 2 or lower, the rock inflicts 1 bludgeoning damage.
That's actually iconic. That's
The rock
amazing.
has 10 charges.
Very good.
All 10 charges can be used in 1 action. And the rock recharges
Oh my
daily.
God.
I saw that.
Just
I'm like,
laughed
I
over the
need...
rock 10 times and it might do 10 heal. That actually is quite powerful. If it does 1 HP and has 10 charges.
Wait,
Yeah.
what do you roll again to
A
determine?
D6.
It's D6.
So if
And
you,
it's on
on a 2 or lower, you inflict damage.
is it on a 3 or higher that it heals?
Yeah.
So
For
it's
one.
slightly higher chance of healing than
Yeah.
damage. So on average, you're like.
I don't know why.
You're likely to
I don't know
heal.
why you would think we need to bring healing items into this.
Yeah.
But it's risky to use.
That's actually kind of amazing.
'Cause if you
though.
use it
That's
on a
fun.
fallen
That's very
person,
fun, yeah.
you're
Yeah.
fucked. Like, if you use it on a fallen person
Yeah.
and it hurts them, that's a
Yeah.
failed death save.
That's actually kind of funny though. Wake up! Smacks you with rock. Oh no. If that's how my character goes, that will be like that will be an iconic death moment.
Okay, that leaves the statue of a cat unidentified.
Yes. I think we'll try and identify
So,
that during the
Can
the journey.
I ask a question?
Mhm.
What is a clockwork amulet? I've never heard of
Let me get the description up for you.
it. Thank you.
If it works as it does in Xanathar's, basically once per day, instead of rolling for an attack roll, you can just take 10.
And add
On
your
the D20.
modifiers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty handy.
I'm gonna put this into resources so you guys can check it out.
Thank you.
That's the Rock of Healing, by the way.
Love the rock of healing.
I saw it, I'm like,
So
I need
funny.
I need to keep
healing.
Rock of Healing. I saw it, I'm like, I don't care if this is slightly overpowered. I'm giving you guys
No,
a
it's
rock
iconic.
that you can bludgeon people to heal them with. Like,
It's so good.
I need this.
And Rasper runs up to us in like a little like panic. Oh, here, smacks you as hard as they can with a little rock.
Come on,
Oh,
SpongeBob, we're not cavemen!
It's iconic.
I will try and find the author of that particular item, but where I found it was on a site that had a bunch of different items all cobbled together. So, finding the exact person that did it. However, if you are the person that created that item, let me know and I'll add your credits. Like, I'll shout you out. I'm not trying to steal anything. Okay.
The Cloak of Elvenkind is interesting. It gives you, basically just gives you advantage. Well, it gives you advantage specifically on stealth checks made to hide. But
Yeah.
given that a large portion of stealth checks you'll ever make will be to hide,
Good
it's
for
a really useful item. You know?
Theal, who can go invisible, dons cloak as well, completely untraceable.
Oh, that's true actually. Invisibility already gives you advantage, so there's a bit of redundancy there.
Yeah, but it also means I wouldn't be using a spell slot.
That is
That's
true.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like
Also
Theal
has
like,
Elvenkind in the name.
Yeah.
Listen. I didn't know that one. That's the one I picked.
I just
Well,
thought because you like
we're
nice things, clothes. I was just like,
we're not stuck. We're not stuck with the items we identified.
no.
It just needs to be like one person, you know, spends a rest to identify an item.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry. You can change in between.
Yeah.
Just keep a list of who has what, so that if
Yeah.
if my notes get behind, I know. Like, you guys can tell me.
Yeah, we're just gonna trade them out every session just to make your life harder.
So who wants what?
I'm good with any item. Although the hilarity of Theal throwing that rock from like 60 feet to heal.
It will be really funny.
Clockwork Amulet probably would be most useful for Umbra, so long as you remember to use it.
Don't call me out like this, please.
I'll quickly link it to you so you know how it works.
Thank you.
Oh, and while I'm here,
What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get you to make redeems where people remind me in chat what my abilities are.
I can do that. There we go.
Thank you.
Just realized I hadn't updated
Just
this.
make that like a birdseed thing. Make it a birdseed bonus.
I can do that right now. Hold on.
Yeah, there you go.
While you guys are figuring out who
Problem
gets
solved.
what, I'm gonna quickly do this.
I
it's
literally
too-
have no preference.
It's too fucking funny not to.
I have no preference for item.
If hiding is your thing, Cloak of Elvenkind could be good for you. We don't know what the statue does yet, so we could work out what the statue is first before making a decision.
Chat,
Yeah.
chat command. Oh wait, no. Why am I doing it through chat commands? I want to redeem stuff for it, so I need to go through Twitch. What am I doing?
That's fine. So, would we I was gonna say, would we feasibly then be allowed to identify the last one on the coach trip? But I don't know if that would be too
I would say-
sneaky.
I don't mind. Honestly, it's gonna take you a little bit to get there. So if you're not gonna do anything else with that time, yeah, be my guest.
Umbra's just gonna sit in the corner and think long and hard about his decisions in life that got him to that point.
Why did I have to pick up that elf?
Why did I have to not pay attention to my surroundings?
What's a good price for
Adventure,
this?
they said. It builds character, they said.
Why did that goblin talk me into performing an act of heroics?
What's a good price to remind you?
I hate that my brain instantly was actually like, oh, 69, and I was just like, wait.
I can do that. Fuck it, 69.
My brain immediately just said 420.
Wait. There are two numbers, 69 and 420.
There are two numbers inside of you.
Okay.
Oh, also, don't forget what's better than 24, 25.
Okay. There you go. You now have a custom reward just for you.
Thank you.
Do you guys want one as well? While I'm here?
God, what would mine even be?
I'll see if I can think of something.
No, the uwu is coming.
The uwu is coming. God help me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, add in 16 seconds, by the way. So. Do you guys have any plans to do anything on the trip to Talmyn? Other than identify the statue?
I don't, so I'm happy to identify the statue for people.
Disassociate.
Fucking move, gamer.
Okay.
I know what's coming. I know where we're going. It's all over.
Okay.
I'm gonna write down our adventure so far. I'm going to omit the bear feces incident.
Good.
Please tell me you make it like a footnote.
If
Like
Umber
in the
sees that,
appendix.
Umber is gonna like run at Jess.
I'm going to use an alias for Fiala.
Okay, what's the alias?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's my alias?
You can come up with that later.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to get it out of the way really quickly, what this is another homebrew item that again, I saw, I'm like, I need this in my life. It's probably not going to be super useful to you, however. What it is a statuette of cats. What this item does, let me just get the description up for you. It is the statuette of Summon Cat. Shortly after the user attempts to use this statue, a cat appearing from nowhere will appear and attempt to lounge or nap on top of the user. Repeated testing confirms that the cat can walk through walls and its origin is wherever it feels like. That's what it does.
SCP.
Two things.
It's an SCP.
Two things. Two things.
Yeah.
This is Caleb Widogast core, and also like the perfect. Somebody's disassociating right now. They could probably use it.
I'm just, like, again, I saw it. I'm just like, that is so fucking funny. Like, you expect it to be this useful item, and all it is a fucking... You can call a cat to you.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
But cats are good.
I will put that through. I have to make a small edit because there's some extra shit. There's a description for it, and that doesn't make sense, so... I'll put that through later.
Statuette of emotional support.
Yeah! Honestly,
Yes.
you guys need it.
Emotional support cat. Yeah.
Now, Fiala, I have a
Yes.
very important question for you.
Oh no.
This heart that you've been instructed to eat, are you going to eat it on the journey?
Yeah.
Could have cooked it before we left.
Is there a way for me to cook it while we're
Yes.
traveling?
I would say during the short rest you would be able to have cooked it.
Okay. Yeah, if it can be cooked, sure.
Okay.
Imagine the other two guys just staring at you while you're cooking this heart. Like, you ain't gonna ask
Don't
me
look at me.
questions.
Don't look at me.
Okay. So,
You killed a bear, and that's the only part you brought back to eat.
it's better than eating the brain. Let's be fair. Could have been worse. Okay.
I'm
It's
so
very
scared of
gristly.
this.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
It's
it'd be
not pleasant.
absolutely horrific
Okay.
to eat.
I need to check this really quickly. Thiela, are you okay if I do this as a description, or is it going to upset you? I don't know where your mind is.
For it.
If you get uncomfortable, tell me. So this
Will do.
this heart, it is thick and heavy and gristly, and as you kind of, I assume you would try and just like, you've cooked it. Are you gonna just try and take a bite, or are you gonna try and cut it up?
Oh, gonna try to cut it up.
Okay.
Aw.
You try and do this
Just
very,
come-
like, delicately, very refined. And the knife slides through quite easily. And throughout the center of this heart is this blackened, bramble-like substance. It's not... It's like a bramble has gone through the heart and left almost like a black essence behind. There's no, like, hard bramble in it, but you can see where it has carved through, and it has left this black ooze behind. And as you cut it open, it kind of like oozes out. And you feel this
man.
strange eagerness over your shoulders. As if something is leaning over you. Waiting. Do you take a bite?
How... Anybody else around me, how close are they? Like,
I assume they're setting up the caravan. So if you're going to eat this during the short rest, there are people within like 15 feet.
just sort of like, could you please just like back up a little bit? Could you not hover and then just take a bite and go?
Roll me a constitution check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. First roll of the night. That is a nat 20.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright. Giving me a total of...
Just 20.
Right, your stats are shit. Okay.
Yeah, this is the bad character.
I keep forgetting. Okay. So you take a bite. And for a second, it is vile. It is... You can feel it between your teeth. It is this meaty, horrid taste. Like, you've had boar before. You've had quite a few different types of food coming from where you've come from, having access to the supplies that you've had. You have a wide variety, but I don't think you've ever... I mean, you might have, but I don't think you've ever had bear heart before. And you don't know if that's...
No.
This is a taste that comes with a bear heart, or if it's this specific bear. But as you're biting, this strange black essence begins to stick to your teeth. And it is a struggle to swallow that first bite. Feels like it's latching on. Do you take another bite? I won't make you do this for the whole heart. I just need to know if you do it again.
I'll do one more.
This time, it's a lot easier. That first, as you bring it up, the smell is no longer horrid. It's no longer this horrendous, meaty vileness. It's instead reminds you of roast dinner. It reminds you of comfy meals. And as you take a bite, it's no longer feeling like it's sticking to your teeth. In fact, it feels nice. And as you chew, and as you let your mind kind of... Like, you're trying not to think about this, I assume, correct? You're just trying to get it down and not think about it. As you do, your mind is kind of... not shunted, but nudged. And for a moment, you can feel the grass between your paws, as if you had paws. You can feel the earth pressing down on you, the way the trees seem to tower, and a sense of power that isn't your own. That fills your steps with swagger, that makes you feel bigger and more dangerous than anything else. Your jaws ache. And you are hungry. You are so hungry all of a sudden. It hurts. Like, your stomach feels like you haven't eaten in weeks. And it feels like brambles are carving their way through you before you swallow. And the sensation passes. And so curiously does the sense of someone leaning over your shoulders.
Well, that was very pleasant and not at all disturbing.
No, not at all. Right, they all just leans up their cook site, decides, no.
We're not dealing with this
And that
today.
is the end of their short rest. That is the end of their short rest.
Do you eat the rest of the heart, or do you throw that away? Reminder that they did ask you to eat the whole thing.
Yeah, they'll eat it. They're not gonna like it, though.
I would be surprised if you did. The rest of it just seems like meat. There's no good or bad texture to it. It's just food, and you're able to just choke it down.
Gristle is a bad texture.
Okay,
though.
yeah, no. Gristle is a bad texture, and that does get stuck in your teeth a little bit. Your teeth are not designed to carve through ventricles the way that most people, like most animals that eat hearts do. So, like, you do get some crunchy bits, which is very unpleasant. But I was going to let you slide by on that. I wasn't going to tell you that bit.
Yeah.
But no. Yeah, it's this horrid crunch as you get through, like, the ventricles and like, the core of the heart. But you do manage to get it down.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Ugh, so gross.
This is the reason Thial is like disassociating the rest of the way. It's like they know where they're going and they know what they just did.
Okay. So
I still feel like this is the DM like in character and in game bullying me to raise some of my stats at some point.
now you can keep those shitty stats. Like, that is entirely a decision that you can make, and you can be wrong, but you can make that decision. No, I'm just fucking with you. there's plot reason, but yes, I'm just fucking with you. Okay.
I'm so glad, Mr. Sparrow.
I hate
I just
you
took
so
20
much.
psychic damage from that, Jesus.
Banned for life.
Oh, please let that be the
Banished.
moment my mum came into chat. Oh god.
Vanished to the Uru dimension.
I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm, which is also just Florida. You know that meme? It's like, I'm sending you to Tampa, Florida.
Okay. So, you make your way to Talmyns Eye. The journey is a long one and mostly tedious, nothing really exciting happening. Judith has gone on ahead of you, not to beat you to the city, but to report to the town where she took the assignment that the job is completed. Nothing much happens until you begin to see it. At a distance, you can see this grand city of Talmyn, dotted amongst the picturesque landscape of autumnal hills and lush green. And as you draw closer, you can see the sprawling, thriving farmland being worked loyally with silent determination. Then you see it. The city itself, not the jewel at its center spotted from miles back, but the true city. A melting pot of identity, of buildings stacked upon buildings, crowding and practically hanging over the well-worn and ever-busy streets. The life of the city. Audible, hold on, before you even reach the gates. And allow me to switch to the sound while I do that. Hopefully it won't be too loud, I'll fix it if it is. The crowds haggling over prices, shouting sales and offers of metal and magic being forged and bottled. It is a city that has never known rest. Something is always being bought and sold. Wares trading hands faster than a goblin finding gold. It is a city of great opportunity for those savvy enough to seize it. For some of you, the ceaseless roar of life is the call of home. A comfort to your travel-weary bones. To others, it is a grating, overwhelming presence. As Dagdan's wagon slowly crawls through the giant gate, framed with icons of a 12-spoked wheel, like oil upon your skin, you feel the eyes of the city upon you. Conversations seeming to draw to a close as you pass, noting your discomfort with this sudden influx of attention. Bowden laughs. Deep and hearty, and he tells you, "Think nothing of it. The city simply has eyes for talent and trouble. Something you possess in spades. At least there's no cry. At least this time there's no cry to alarm, or folks stabbing at us with pitchforks, or whatever else is on hand, eh, Adan?" And he looks over, and Adan offers nothing more than a quiet grumble in response, much to Bowden's amusement. A story for another time, he offers to you with a quiet grin. The wagon continues through the city. Its pace barely a lumbering crawl as Dagdan dismounts and leads it through the densely crowded streets. You catch small snapshots of the life here, unable to catch more for the rush of it all. On the corner, you catch a man dressed in resplendent greens and golds and blues, arguing with a half-elf in a fierce suit of plate mail, with an intricate symbol of a dragon devouring its own tail embossed on his pauldron. The man is a flurry of waving arms and twisted expressions of anger and indignity, the face becoming an unbecoming shade of red. The half-elf looks pretty much bored. You catch a tail end of their conversation. As I've said, sir, you'll need to pursue any and all reclamation requests directly with the Thieves' Guild. It is not the duty of the Lawkeepers' Guild to assist in such matters unless the quota of appropriated goods exceeds... And you are snatched away. Further along the path, you see a bright-eyed charmer with brilliant lilac skin and a flirtatious grin, approached by a hulking mass of muscle and leather armor. A flash of coin passes between them. Without further word, the charmer leads his new companion into the nearby building that echoes with laughter and joy and other less appropriate noises. Near them, an alchemist demonstrates their latest invention, shouting over the roar of the thriving crowd. New in stock! Breathe fire at your heart's content! Only 45 gold! As he holds up a potion. You hear the ring of steel as an armorer's hammer strikes at molten steel. And you see a weaver draping swatches of vibrant silk against the skin of a shopper. The crowd, dense as it is, moves with a practiced ease, breathing like a single entity, leaving little room for anything else. If not for Dagden's wagon, you're certain you would be lost for days. No closer to your destination, but certainly a lot lighter of gold. But, safe from the sharks as you are, eventually Bowden's marvellous mechanical horse draws to a stop outside a charming hole-in-the-wall sort of tavern. One that seems to be falling apart at its edges, but lovingly stuck back together with whatever materials happen to be at hand. Here she is, then.
Dragden, or Wagden.
Finest tavern in all of Talmyn. You won't find a better drink, nor a place to rest your head here than the Lonely Knoll. You just go tell them that we've sent you, and they'll get you set up with a room you can get yourself sorted. Barb keeps a good egg, he is. He'll look after you all nice and proper. Dagden tells you. Now, go and rest. We've got a business to tie up at the Merchants Guild that we're already running late for. So,
as Ciela is like getting off of the wagon, they are just going to pull their hood up as far as it goes to try and cover their face.
Do you ever have one of those dreams where suddenly you're back at school, even though you haven't been at school for years, and your homework is late?
No,
I'm just gonna shake my head. I never went to school. What is a homework?
Me neither. Maybe it'll be darker inside the tavern. I'm gonna try and slip inside without drawing too much attention to myself.
Okay. You're definitely able to do so. The big wagon kind of draws more of the attention, and as you've come to a stop, the marvellous mechanical horse that Bowden has built kind of stitches itself back together, going from that elongated centipede form into a more horse-like form. And that draws more attention than you guys do. All of you, roll me a quick perception check, please.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
21.
21?
Well today. 21.
12.
12?
11.
11. Okay, Umbra, you catch this. In the cart, you see Adan is quite tense. And ever since you got into the city, you've seen that Dagden kind of pulls his hood down over his face. Bowden seems unfazed, seems relaxed. But they're definitely tense.
Everyone's on edge. Oh no.
On edge? I don't know what you... I don't know what you could possibly be talking about. Everything's fine.
Well, I mean, if you aren't all very comfortable being here, I can be the one to set out to find, and I'm like gonna pull out the letters that was it Osaya that gave them to us?
Osaya did, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I have been to this city before, right? Like, have I?
I don't think you've been here. I think...
I've never been here.
Yeah. I think you've been close, but I don't think you've ever actually been in the city.
I've never been into the city proper, so at this point I might be the best one if you're all... I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it looks like you're all trying to avoid being somewhat seen here.
I'm the one who made that part of the deal. I can take care of that.
I'm gonna like.
Or I can at least go
doubt.
with you.
What deal exactly?
Oh,
check those letters and get correspondence.
Yes, we have some letters we have to deliver from a friend of ours. It was the least we could do after the after some attempts to help them. I'm thinking about being grabbed by a Thanos, like, for the whole trumpet incident, and almost dying again, and just like...
It was so fucking funny.
But it was hot, right? That's out of character. That's not theology.
Like, oh, wow.
It's like, oh, damn.
Yeah. Keep it in your pants. God. You've just entered the city. No,
I know the city fairly well. I can help deliver those.
Wonderful. I guess it would be imperative that we at least stick in pairs, if not small groups. New cities, with fresh meat, fresh targets. So I'd much like to be able to enjoy the city before someone tries to stab me.
If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not. I'd rather not travel alone right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so let's all go then.
So you're not going to go into the tavern?
What time of day is it?
It's about midday.
We can always come back.
We can always come back to the tavern.
Sure.
We're messing up their plans. We're going to the tavern later, gamers.
That's fine.
I could do with a new shirt.
If you guys want to go elsewhere, that's fine too. I've got that planned. Well, I have plans. So, the city is pretty much open for you, if you want it to be.
It's free real estate.
Just wherever we go, let's not linger here for too long.
Yes. Yes, that's not. Where are we going?
That is an excellent question. You have no fucking idea what anything is in this city. I mean, you two have an idea of it.
On the envelopes, are there?
No.
Oh, why didn't we ask her where they lived?
She doesn't know. She just knows they live here.
Are they
Do we have a name at
well
least?
respected public officials, or are they guild members, or?
What did she tell us? Because, like, wait.
You do have their names.
Part of a friend of ours. We do have their names, and I mean their brother.
Thanos is their
was
brother.
the captain. Yeah, Thanos, the brother, was captain of the outpost that we stayed at. So maybe they might have some kind of high standing in the town, or at least with his name.
What were the names of the people you're looking for?
What were the names of the people we're looking for?
Give me 1 second. I need to find them in my notes.
Thank you. I don't remember.
Okay, I need you to understand that this book is full of people and plot stuff. So I'm having
you're good,
like
you're good.
I don't have control find anymore because all of my notes disappeared. So, let me just make sure.
It'll be fun.
Okay, yeah. So, you are looking for Sereth and Nesca. I will give you the spelling of those into the lore. Well, into the LSD chat. For clarification, the stream is Lucky Red Sparrow's stream Discord, but because of the way that Discord abbreviates things, it's the LSD chat, so that's what we call it. I've got to
Also, if
fix
you want to see live shit posting and other things, join this Discord.
Yeah. Correct.
Yes. I would love to have you. There we go. Those are the two names. They're in notes in our Discord. Flips a million pages around. Yeah. So those are the names that you're looking for. She didn't really give you too much information about them. She doesn't know a lot because Athanas doesn't really talk about them.
I don't. This is a long shot, but I don't suppose I know who these people are.
Only history.
It is a really long shot, but in the interests, I'll let you roll a history to see if you've even heard of them.
Okay. 30-20.
Fuck off! Really?
Let's go!
Dirty
Guys
20.
are smiling down on us today.
Plus 4 in history.
Okay.
Thank you, RNGesus.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who says that.
What? Says what?
RNGesus.
Oh.
RNGs. I was trying to say RNG to somebody earlier, but it was text, and I just instinctively went RNJ. It did not explain at all.
No. Okay. Yeah, you've heard the name Sereth before. So no, yeah, fuck you guys. Okay, so Sereth, you have heard of them as someone quite dangerous, someone that both the Mercenaries Guild and the Adventurers House are very careful in dealing with, and the reason you've heard of him, and it's kind of like a well-known secret, but much like Adan does, he has a peculiar talent, and there are very few people with this talent, so the fact that he has it lets a lot of people take notice. He is a very dangerous individual.
Oh, okay. It's possible that the did you say mercenaries and fighters guild?
Adventurers, mercenaries and adventurers. Yeah.
It's possible that someone at the mercenaries guild or the adventurers guild might know where to find them. I've heard the name Sereth. I'm not sure if they're the same person. I hope not. Apparently they're. Well, I've heard stories. Scary ones. But apparently they're well known amongst the mercenaries and adventurers of the city.
Yes, well, I'm sure we could pay them a quick visit. I mean, I'm not one to get spooked easily.
Okay.
And it's imperative we deliver these letters. So. Shall we head off?
I need
Yes,
to know.
yes, please.
I need all of you to know. Fuck you. Because
Is it the one thing?
No. I have it. Which one are you going to? Mercenaries or Adventurers Guild?
Which one would be easier for you?
Adventurers Guild would be easier, but if you give me 5 minutes, I can find my notes on the Mercenaries Guild. I was not expecting you to go there today. No, you can go. You can go. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna need to do like a DM loading screen for like 5 minutes while I figure that out.
We go to the Adventurers Guild. I feel like, considering we just arrived at this city...
It's been a long time on the road, and I'm really hungry.
Should we return back to the tavern before we set out on our adventure? I guess we never did promise her that we would deliver them as soon as we got in. I mean, we do still need to procure you a new shirt as well.
Well, yes, that would be nice.
Okay. So, you are entirely free to go to the Adventurers Guild, you're free to go to the Mercenaries Guild, you're free to go anywhere in this city. I am cool with it. I'm just gonna need to take like a quick 5-minute break, because I need to get my notes back in order, because right now they're ordered in a specific way and I need to quickly just reorder them. So, is that what you would like to do?
I'm cool to go to the tavern.
Tavern?
I'm cool to go back to the tavern.
I'm down
also-
for whatever
But
is
also,
easiest.
if you want to take a break, it will give me a chance to grab a coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been live for an hour and a half. So why don't we take a quick 5-minute break? I'll put us on the Be Right Back screen. I will leave Discord on. So if you don't want to be heard, just put your mics on mute. And I will be right back.
Yeah.
See you soon.
See you guys.
I'm
in
gonna
a sec.
get a fresh cup of tea.
See you in a sec.
Chat, how are you doing this Thursday morning? Or Thursday night? Thursday night for you guys. Doing alright. I am glad to hear you're doing alright. I just had a fun moment where I turned my head and got real dizzy. I'm sure it's fine. Not usually. There's probably something wrong with my neck, and I'm just gonna not think about that right now. I'm looking at the Be Right Back screen. I didn't realize how much bigger Theo is than Umbra. Let's see if this company has any more of that tea. Very sad. This place that I got this one tea flavor from has discontinued it completely, and I have enough to make one more pot. Yeah, it was exclusive to that place, and I don't know what the ingredients were to try and recreate it on another tea site. It's so good. I will say, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I did get emotionally devastated by the Owl House finale the other day. I was watching it at work with a coworker, and it just absolutely destroyed me. Oh, it was so good. Hey, when that sort of thing happens, just when you like something, it goes, yeah, that's usually the way it happens with, like, clothes for me. Is I'll find a really specific, like, brand that makes a specific cut of something that works for me. And by the time I can get around to buying it, it's gone.
I return. Did I miss anything good?
I don't think so. I've just got back as well.
I was proactive and I went and got some food. Yes,
Good.
you know.
Good idea.
Last time I didn't. I ended up at 1 a.m. and I nearly had a stress nosebleed on stream. And I had one last night, so I'm trying to be a little bit better. I also did not pick the most healthy
It's fine.
I'm still so
It's
embarrassed
fine.
that happened. Glad it wasn't a really bad
Dude,
one.
don't be.
Well, clarity and context. Oh, hold on. I was running D&D last night, or wanted to. And
We tried
Discord
so
was
hard.
fucking up, and I lost all my notes and all of that shit.
Oh,
And it was stressing me out so badly that I actually started to have a nosebleed on camera with people.
no.
Space was there. Thankfully, it wasn't like a really bad one. What normally happens is I don't notice that they happen, and then I end up ruining a shirt. Thankfully, it was like the tiniest thing,
It
and I
was
caught it
fine.
early. But it was a thing.
It was fine.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do that. So I have some. Oh, fucking shirt, man. Trying to pick out clothes that look nice on stream, and it freaking gives me a headache.
Also, Kate, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Oh. You know what you need to do, Kate? You need to come to Sydney. It doesn't get much colder here, but I'll be able to complain with you in person, so.
Come to the UK. It's currently 11 degrees, so very close.
It's
also very
fucking
rainy today,
29 here! It's 29!
I mean, there are better. If you want like mild to cool weather, there are much better places you can go than the UK. Because
True. But then I'm not there, so I'm in the UK. I want to see Kate, so come to the UK.
Okay. So, having looked at my notes,
To me.
and I'm going to do this with full transparency for everyone. Both of those places are a little bit later.
it's fine. I already established that I wanted to go to the tavern.
Yeah. So if it's okay with everybody, we'll pick up at the tavern. Like, I swear, everything else is open, and you guys just fucking... You picked the fucking 3! Like, there are 3 that I'm like, okay, because of the position in the city, and because of various things that are happening in the city, they're not going to be able to access this. Oh yeah, let's go here! Fuck off.
By the way, Sparrow, when I said, is there like an off chance possibility that my character might know about this? You could have just
I could have just said no, yeah.
I wouldn't mind if
I
you
know.
just say no. You wouldn't.
But I was like, you know what? It'd be a good opportunity to drop a little bit of lore about this guy. And there's not a good chance that you're gonna get a fucking 20. Sure, let's give it a shot.
Well, it was. I don't mean to be that guy, but it was like a 1 in 4 chance.
Shut
with
up.
My history modifier.
Shut up. See, here's the thing. You assume I remember what your modifiers are.
That's true. Well, now you know, Jasper, good at history.
The one that records all of the history, good at history? Holy shit.
No. That's just fake.
Okay. I'm just getting a little bit more sugar down. Basically, what I have in front of me is chocolate banana bread that I've heated up, so all the chocolates are all really melty, and it is a lot of sugar. And I am
That
like,
sounds
Need
delicious.
that energy.
That sounds really nice.
yeah, it is. Also, I have work
I
tomorrow.
would eat an entire loaf of that in one sitting if I got the chance.
Oh yeah, like holy shit. The only thing that would make it better, and I chose not to do this because I have to sleep tonight. But if you put like a tiny hint of maple syrup over this, holy shit, your brain is gonna just explode. It's so dumb.
Oh no.
Okay. So, with that out of the way, and in the interest of not giving me a panic attack tonight, what would you like to do?
Tavern.
Tavern?
Evan.
Alan.
Pub.
Much,
Pub. Pub.
much obliged. Yeah. I'm not trying to make excuses, it's just... I am not prepared enough for this. So, tavern it is. So, opening the door to this little tavern, it's definitely that kind of ramshackle. You can tell there's a lot of love in this building, but it is definitely a building that has seen better days. It's been repaired with whatever materials are on hand, basically. And at the counter, behind this, about... For you, Umbra, it's about chest high. For you, Umbra and Fiala, it's about chest high. For you, Jasper, it's a little bit taller than you. Behind
That's
this...
good. I want as few people to see me as possible.
Do not perceive the little bean.
is a rather strange looking creature. Very bestial in nature, with a muzzle and, like, floppy dog ears. You can see that it's got, like, an orange sort of mane with a spotted hide, and is dressed in rather worn but nice tavern clothes. So, like a nice loose shirt that's got a bit of, like, a couple of stains from, you know, ale that's been spilled or food that splashes as they're serving it. You can see that they are very deftly maneuvering a glass, thank you, brain, a glass, like a cloth inside the glass, like cleaning. So it's very clear like they work there, and they're doing it very carefully with their fingers so that like their claws don't scratch the glass. And you can see on his ear, one of the ears, it's quite a rounded, floppy thing. There is a chunk taken out of it.
Ouch.
It's long healed, and he's got like a good couple of scars across the face. But he looks up. Yes, hello. We welcome you to the Lonely Knoll. Come in, come in.
Seeing as no one else has responded, we're friends of Dagden. We'd like a meal, and do we want a place to stay the night?
Yes, I think we'll be here for a little while.
And a room if you have one.
Friends of Dagden, you are?
They kill us immediately.
He kind of leans forward, and you can see that he's quite hunched, and you can see, like, this is not just an affectation. This is not just somebody that is, like, think, like, the old Minotaur of just, like, the head up. This is a beast all the way through. And he leans forward, and he kind of looks at you, and you can see that the left eye is quite, colorless, like it's been blinded. And he looks down. Who is Dagden's friend, I ask. We ask you. If not you, who does he travel with?
I look at Theala, because I'm bad with names.
Thea.
Thea.
Yes. I'm gonna look at Umbra.
I'm gonna continue looking at Theala, because Theala's been traveling with them the longest.
Yeah, what are their names? Go on. What are the dwarves' names, guys?
I didn't realize he was asking.
I also didn't realize that, but I also have a very...
But also, I'm really
talking
bad
about-
at names, and that's why I'm refusing to answer because I can't remember their names.
Christ.
You're talking about Odin and Adan, aren't you?
Yeah,
I thought you were asking for our names.
Space out of character has a very bad memory. Sigala has a fantastic memory.
Umbra has a bad memory through and through, and it doesn't involve his lore.
Okay.
He
So
takes my traits of not remembering names. He is also got
Y'all
ADHD,
rattles off the
if you-
names of the important people of this caravan.
this seems to satisfy him. He leans back. Friends of Durkden are friends of mine. We welcome you to our little den. Sit, we'll get you some food. And he kind of turns away and starts kind of clattering around. You can see him grabbing some fruit and stuff and putting it together.
I don't think I've ever met such. When I'm sure he's out of earshot, I'll say, I don't think I've ever met such an intimidating barkeeper.
He
about to
was
say-
yes.
Out of character, I was about to say it's a dog-eat-dog world out here, so of course he has to, but then I realized you said he was a dog, so I'm just gonna hold my tongue.
To be fair, he
pretty
looks
sure he's
more
a
like a
gnome.
hyena. Yeah, he's a gnome.
Yeah.
Okay. I had long floppy ears and was like a dog boy.
He's La Creatura.
Do not romanticize the dog boy.
We'll romanticize that dog boy as much as we want.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the second piece of concept art, like fan art that we ever get is gonna be about that character. Although I'd be surprised if someone sometime does not make fan art of Alasaya and Athanos. I'm just putting it out there. Like,
I hope someone does.
I hope someone does. That would be so fucking
OTP.
cool. OTP.
True.
So what are you doing in this tavern? Do you take a seat?
Let's take a seat. Let's get some grub. Let's like heal from the day.
Okay. It doesn't take too long for him to gather up some food and come back over and serve you all these small bowls of this very thick and hearty soup.
Let's go.
Places it down in front of you. Soup. And in the center of the table, he places a bunch of widely varied fruits. Clearly, he doesn't quite know what you want, so he's giving you, like, you can have a hearty meal, or you can pick at the fruit. Either way. And he kind of dusts off.
Yala is absolutely going for that fruit.
He dusts
I'm gonna
off on
take
his
some
apron.
They're being polite about it. They're only, like, just taking one at a time, but no.
Give soup.
How much do we owe you for this?
Of course, fucking Brendan was right about snacking and DMing. It's fucking impossible.
Yeah.
It's true. You need a mouth in your back.
You do.
Yeah, to
fucking
shovel
Christ.
almonds in.
I've seen that.
He kind of holds up these clawed hands. No. Friends of Dagden do not pay here. They do not pay here. We do not accept money from you. Dagden will pay us later.
Oh.
At that, he's going to lean down, like almost conspiratorially. Would you like the expensive wine?
Look at the others.
What?
That's very considerate of you, but no, that won't be necessary.
What did you just ask if we wanted?
The expensive wine. Yes, I don't really want to make those three angry at us.
Amber's like gripping onto the spoon for the soup like really hard, like I want expensive wine, like on the inside, but because you both have already refused, she's like, dang it, I'm gonna have to be the good thing and say no on eye, and she's like gonna like look really dejected. Maybe another time, but I appreciate
Yes,
the kindness.
there will be another time.
Will you be staying with us tonight?
Yes,
You
but
have
we
room.
are We are happy to actually pay for a room.
If you like. We would welcome all currency. But you are friends of friends. Dagden saved us. And he gestures to his eye. Now that you're closer, you can see this kind of... It's almost invisible at a distance, but it's actually quite a deep scar that runs across that blinded eye. And you notice that he's also got these strange scars underneath his jaw and on his chest. It almost looks like pointed here and here.
When you say us, do you share ownership of this place with some associates, or?
He tilts his head back and forth, very much like a dog does when it's like trying to listen for something. Ah, no. No. We own this. And he taps his chest. We fought for this. We bled for this. It is ours. And it kind of takes him a moment. You don't use those words, do you? You are you. We are us.
Did Dagden give us a name? One of the dwarves pointed us to this tavern, but I can't remember if they gave a name.
They did not give you a name, but the name of this knoll is Javier.
I'll ask that in character. I see. I don't think we've been introduced. What's your name?
Light. We are Javier. And he's going to... It's very clear that he's learned this bow from someone that is both shorter and less broad across the shoulders, because it's very, very graceful, but it looks weird on someone as bulky as him. Very graceful bow. And your name?
I'm Nessie.
Nessie. We will remember.
Please don't.
He's going to turn his gaze across the rest of you. His eyes do settle on you, Thiala, for a long moment.
I still have my hood like pulled way down.
Oh yeah.
He can see like
like
the
this
bottom of the mouth and chin.
We understand the need for anonymity, but friends of Dagden are safe here. Even if those friends carry... And he's going to look over at you, Jasper. Secrets.
I'm going to tug at my collar uncomfortably.
We will make a room for you. Unfortunately, we only have the one, but it will sleep all of you. It's just very busy.
That's okay. I'm very small.
And
They
I
have no
don't
money.
need that.
Sorry. I'm sorry, my brain runs on memes. I'm very
just a
small,
poor-
and I have no money. So you can imagine the kind of stress that I am under.
I'm just a sickly Victorian orphan. I work the chimneys.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. We will set up the room for you. Is there anything you would like to do after eating? Before kind of being invited up to a room upstairs.
I'd like to make some conversation with the others.
Yes, please do. Please stop me. Let me eat.
So, well, for posterity and my own curiosity, tell me about your adventure so far.
Us, right?
Looks at Umbra.
Before we fought the bear.
Well,
You sound like you're here on an important mission.
I say we, and I kind of like look off like into my soup a little bit forlornly. I was originally with 2 other travelers, Albie and Wick. We all arrived at the outpost around the same time, all having shared a very strange dream which we all died and then woke up with those strange markings on our hand. And while we decided to band together to initially try and find out what this marking was, and gradually just started helping around the outpost. And then me and Wick met Diala, of course, who shares the same mark, and we're still trying to figure out what happened. And then the outpost has been plunged into this strange winter. We had fought some other people. I have a personal debt to settle here. And, well, then we crossed your paths. It's, just boilerplate adventuring, really. Nothing overly interesting to mention or really talk about, I guess.
Given your apparent habit of understating facts, I imagine there's a lot of details that you aren't telling me.
Probably.
Shrug emoji.
You don't have to tell me if it's a secret. But I'm sure it's much more exciting than you make it out to be. By the way, I don't know, Sparrow, if I would have seen that giant shadow creature burst out of the ground.
Where you were? No.
Okay.
But you were able to see that the forest ahead of you had started to develop a strange thing of permafrost, which is exceptionally rare. It shouldn't, even if you've, you know it doesn't get that cold here. Ever.
Yeah. I did notice just before we met, actually, there was a freak storm. Cold winds started blowing in. Much colder than it's ever been this far south. That was just before the bear showed up. I was struggling to find food and shelter. Nothing but my shirt and waistcoat. I shan't talk about it. But it seems supernatural, doesn't it? The strange cold that suddenly fell over the land.
Yes, we're trying to find a way to put a stop to it, really.
Oh, do you know what was causing it?
Oh, maybe a theory or two, but all we know is that we fought some people, and then a strange creature burst out the ground, and next thing we know, everything's freezing over. So we're
strange. It's for some people. I'm like furiously writing things down as you're saying.
Yala is finding that fruit very interesting. like you're talking about this cold, and Yala is like giving off a cold as they sit there.
Who did you fight?
What? I'm so sorry. What was the name of the man that we fought again? What was his name?
Did I tell you his name?
Yes, because I've asked before, and I remember asking before.
Vasilius.
Vasilius. Okay, so it kind of like this like very dark, angry look like briefly flickers across my face as I grit out his like name. Did you say it was pronounced Athilius?
Vasilius. I will send you the name.
Vasilius.
The.
Oh, Vavavoom. Okay, Mubby.
Is that a familiar name?
Yes.
Vasilius.
Yes, it is. Give me 1 moment so I can get you the spelling. And then I will tell you. Oh, Virilius. Sorry, not Vasilius. It's very close.
Names are hard.
For me, names are really fucking hard.
Names are hard. Plays Final Fantasy. Starts crying.
Okay, so Verilius. And Thiela, you know that name too. Having been in the city, you know the name.
Oh, okay.
Verilius.
You know this motherfucker.
Verilius is one of the 12 merchant lords of the city.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
This man is dangerous as fuck and has a lot of money and power. Oh, my mistake, he's not one of the 12, but he's close to them. He's like, you imagine he could be if he actually went to a house. At the moment, he does not run his own house.
I think you told us this, but I think it was Wick that learned it, not Jasper.
Yeah. But yes, you two would both recognize that name and know that whatever he's involved in is bad. He is not a savory person to be around.
Yep.
You mean that Verilius? Oh, he's notorious within the city. Ruthless merchant lord, and well, there's been very nasty rumors about him and his connections. Are you sure it's Verilius?
Very much so, and I mean, I don't expect you guys to join me on this particular leg of my venture, but maybe I should have mentioned it before we entered the city proper, but also know that I also plan on paying him a personal visit, maybe taking care of a outstanding gripe that we seem to have yet fully settle. If
you aren't going to strike a deal with him, are you? I mean, that's not a good idea.
If you mean by deal, you mean the deal between one of my scimitars and the center of his chest, then yes, that's the deal I intend to make with him.
Oh.
Like, while they're talking, Thiela's like very quietly pulling their book out.
Like, visibly, you can see it visibly takes a second for Jasper to... Oh. You're on a mission. You track him down and... Oh. Oh, this is exciting. I'm gonna make more notes. You said a creature burst out of the ground.
Yes, I'm theorizing along some lines. I feel like because he was there just before it happened, I think he's somewhat responsible. So we plan to. I say we, but no pressure. But we plan to find out exactly what he did to potentially have caused it, because I feel like he is the one responsible.
What did the creature look like? What did it want? What was it doing when you saw it?
What? It was like, you said it was like a shadow creature, right?
It was a shadowy wolf.
Shadowy wolf.
Do you want me to tell you what it was doing?
Yeah.
It punched its way out of the earth, this black shadow kind of rising up. And then it lifted its head, even as the air around it began to freeze and snow began to fall. It howled. This low, growling rasp that turned into a high-pitched howl that kind of shook the earth before bounding away towards the mountains and vanishing. The storm remained, however.
Holy mackerel! That sounds terrifying. Could it be some kind of demon, maybe, or an aberration, perhaps, or no, maybe a lycanthrope. Sounds really big by the sounds of it. I don't know. And you think that maybe Verilius summoned it or caused it to wake up?
Potentially, but him being there at all was very mysterious, and
we need to learn more about this.
yes.
If this Verilius has the ability to summon giant wolf creatures from beneath the ground, then well that's cause for concern.
Just a little bit of a concern, but I assure you we will get some answers. We owe them to the outpost too, considering they're the ones having to bear the forefront of a somewhat unending cold, and hopefully we'll be able to find a way to reverse it, and I get to check another person off my list.
Are you going to need help taking down Virilius?
I mean, I'm usually work alone, but I'm not one to refuse help if there are those that are willing to give it.
I don't relish the thought of killing someone.
I also don't relish the thought of watching you almost die again.
I could do the killing. It's just probably there will be other contingencies and plans and things to account for. So I'm more than happy to actually do the dirty work if there's at least, if you're willing to, maybe, I don't know, there's keeping watch, making sure that maybe no other guards try and find us while we're trying to do this. The list can go on, and I'm sure we'll plan something out, but considering it seems that it might be linking to a bigger picture.
Well, you might be very drawn to danger, or maybe danger is drawn to you, and you're very adamant that you're not a hero, but, well, I want to see your story continue, and I don't really want you to get hurt, so I'll come with you.
It's very thoughtful of you. I'll like send it. I'll give like a little peek over to Theala, just like gauging your.
And what about you, Thea? Thea? What stake do you have in this?
And they look like so put on the spot, staring down at all the notes they just took from that conversation.
Oh, don't worry. I'm writing you into the story under a pseudonym, so no one knows who you are.
I was already traveling for a year before this, and I don't need to stay in this town for very long.
You have people looking for you here too.
Not exactly, no.
Can I quickly turn to Jasper, and I'm like, so you are on the run? Interesting.
No. Well, I suppose there's no hiding it from you. If we are traveling together, I didn't really want to come back here. I have some history in this city. There are people who know me who I'd rather not.
Really?
Rather not see again. At least not yet. I don't feel ready to face them again.
Well, I mean, I know we haven't all known each other very long, but at least while you're traveling with me, you can be assured that if anyone tries to threaten anyone in this group, then they'll have to deal with me personally. So know that at least while we're here, I'll try my best to make sure nothing happens to either of you, especially if there are unsavory characters chasing your tails.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the support, but if I do get into trouble, I'll probably just run away very quickly.
It's very considerate of you. And Dale was doing that thing where, like, you rest your chin on your hand and you use your fist to, like, cover up your smile.
Aww.
Oh, maybe we'll just try to keep a low profile and stick together, and then try not to get into get into any trouble.
At least for now.
Hasn't worked out terribly well for me so far.
Okay.
I finished my food.
Yeah, Theola's just been like slowly picking at fruit this whole time.
Theala, while you're picking at the fruit, can you just... You know what, just roll me a d20.
No.
Tell me if you get higher than a 10.
No.
No modifiers.
Oh no. It's a 5.
Okay. So, what the rest are you doing?
This is gonna go so badly.
I'm gonna finish my good soup.
I think. Maybe. Well, this. Sorry. Did you put the name of the Knoll bartender in the?
I don't think I put it in, but it's Javier.
How do you spell that?
1 moment, I'll put that in. There you go.
Yeah.
Javier. Yeah, he seems like well, I suppose they seem like an intense being. Well, if the dwarf brothers trust them, then they might know something that'll help out on our mission. What do you think, Thea?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Is everything all right?
Just a little nervous. It'll be fine.
Theala,
Yes.
let's say, for consistency's sake, you are eating an orange and you've just been carefully segmenting it. Does that seem fair? As you
Yes.
pull a segment of this orange up to your mouth and bring it down and bring your teeth around it, it is suddenly freezing cold and hard as stone. And it's just like, it takes you a moment, like, it hurts your teeth as you bite and you stop and you pull it back and you look down and it is frozen solid.
Do we see this? Do we see this? Do we see this?
They're not being subtle about just like staring at it.
Yeah. You see it. The other is holding a frozen orange wedge.
Where was that orange stored? Do they have like a
They've been eating fruit from the center of
ice
the
house
table.
or something?
You know the
I'm gonna pick up the fruit. Does it like feel cold?
Mm-mm.
Did you get a defective orange or something?
Can I? Because like we already know like the other uses ice powers with Warlock, right? Like we know that they're you're like when you do use attacks, they're kind of icy, right?
Yeah, and I think I've used Frostbite in front of Umbra.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because I'll just kind of like give like a smirk, but it's not like supposed to be like nefarious. It's just kind of like a slight hint of amusement. Is your frostbite getting out of hand? I mean, I know sometimes using magics can be a little bit unpredictable, but I didn't think it would actually freeze fruit.
I'm sure it's just fine, and just carefully sets all the fruit that they had on the other side of the table.
There is a distinct thud as each of the fruits that you have touched with your hands lands on the table and is frozen solid.
The Midas touch, but with ice.
Yeah, they're just gonna like they're just gonna like fold their arms and keep their hands to themselves now.
maybe it's best we maybe rest for the evening. If your magic seems to be a little bit unruly, maybe it's just from all the travel you've been on.
Perhaps.
I could do with some rest, actually. Wouldn't say no to a nap. I mean, it's a bit early, but...
Yeah, afternoon nap.
Okay.
I'm just trying to be understanding because it seems like maybe from Umber's point of view, it's just like, wow, your magic's just being very wild. Maybe you should go lay down for a while.
My favorite thing is, Yella doesn't know why this is happening either. You're just they're like,
No,
what
I
the
think
fuck are you
it's
doing,
fine.
Sparrow?
Just
What the
no
fuck?
clue. No clue
It
whatsoever.
brings me joy. Not gonna lie. Okay. So you each are led up to a relatively nice room. It has 4 beds, with a window at the far end. It is relatively small, and much like the rest of the tavern, it has this kind of repaired look to it. But the beds are comfy, the sheets are clean, and you guys have been through a lot today. As you all settle down for a long rest.
This day has felt like it's gone on for a month.
Bearing in mind, it's still just midday. I actually kind of forgot it was only midday. But Umber could do with a nap after the day that they've had so far.
Yeah.
So we're less likely to be noticed and recognised when it's dark.
If you wake up when it's dark.
Don't even. Panic.
I mean, Theala only has to, like, meditate for a couple of hours.
Wow, what's that like?
Elves, baby.
Okay.
I thought you just said L, as in, like, just the letter L.
Okay. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna roll a dice. Because there are a couple of things that could happen. Okay.
It's not filling me with confidence.
Oh no. Oh no.
There's so many things that could happen.
I just hear, okay, I am now afraid.
You're not gonna like it.
Aw.
But not for the reason you think you're not gonna like it.
I just want to check. We don't benefit from a long rest yet.
No, you do. I will let you.
We do? Okay.
You will benefit from a long rest. I will
God.
say, Yella, that you're just gonna rest with them, unless there is something you would like to do in your long rest.
No, just resting with them.
Give me
I'm doing my,
everything
like,
back, thank
4-hour elf meditation.
Yeah.
you. Oh no.
So, morning comes. You've slept deeply and long. It's longer than you should have.
Whoops.
And you awaken to the sound of drums, of horns. Low and rhythmic, very celebratory. You hear the sounds of shaking cymbals and joyful hoots. Jasper, Yala, this feels familiar to you, and you can't quite place why.
What's going on? Why is everything so loud?
You look out the window?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll peek out the window.
Yeah, Theala was definitely looking out the window by this point.
In the street is a gaudy celebration. There are people dressed in golds and browns and bright colors, and this large procession seems to be heading down the street with a rather large beast at the front, this very heavy set... Not elephant, what's it called? It's like a big lizard, and I can't think of the fucking name for it. But upon its back is a rather intimidating looking dwarf, reclining in fine jewels and golden jewellery all across her. And she's leading a bunch of people, but it's a bit hard to make out the details from this distance. But people have come out in droves to see it.
Is this a big shot in the city?
Yes. Yes, it is. I would say you'd need to be closer to recognize who this is, but it is something that you and Thiela have seen before, having been in this city. I'll give you more details when you get outside.
Like, no, like I was gonna say, like as soon as we see
should
it, do
probably
we
see
recognize
this.
what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah.
What
Before they go out, Thiala is gonna put on that cloak of elven kind.
Okay. Have you attuned to it over your rest?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So do you head outside, or are you staying upstairs and trying to look through the window to get a better idea of it? It is early and it's a bit blurry, so I'll give you more details.
I want to see this.
I want to go outside.
Should we go?
It's my first time in the city proper. I'm gonna go outside.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you go outside. The crowd is thick and heavy, and everybody's watching. And now that you're down there, now that you're part of the crowd, so to speak, you see that the people being led are dressed in these uniformly beige clothes. Have any of you ever watched Stargate SG-1?
No, sorry.
Damn.
Like half of an episode.
Okay, so the gold wear this very specific kind of outfit that is this, like, beige leather top and pants or a skirt. And it's very muted in color, but they are draped in golden jewelry. And you notice they have these intricate hand pieces, and everybody in this line, like in this procession, apart from, like, everybody that is dressed in these beige clothes, has this intricate, heavy collar with a sharp point here and a sharp point here, like in a diamond. And it is thick and heavy around their throats. There is this faintly gold glowing line wrapped intricately into each of the pieces.
Oh shit.
You both recognize this. And you recognize the person at the front of the parade as Helja, the leader of the Slavers Guild. One of the more powerful houses.
Right.
I'm just getting her description, I'm sorry. You know how it is, brain go burr.
Constantly, all the time.
No, I've gone past it.
Oh. It's almost time.
So you would know that this happens every couple of months. This is when the Slavers Guild gets new stock, as it were. And here we go. It is the slave parade for Market Day. And everybody is just watching, looking at all of these people. Helja is this very broad, muscularly built dwarf with shoulder-length red hair, bold runic tattoos over her right eye. She's pretty, but in a pointed way. She wears a leather tunic with heavy plate pauldron inscribed with gold and jewels. 2 runic necklaces around her throat. She is lounging atop this creature, looking very pleased with herself. And I would like all of you to roll me a quick perception check.
21. I'm rolling
Fucking
so low
Christ!
today.
7.
17.
Okay. So Thiala, Umbra, you catch sight of this. So this crowd is thick. There is barely room to breathe here. And yet, you notice, a little bit away, it seems to be parting. Not for the parade, but for something else. And it takes you, like, you kind of, like, shift your gazes and try and look over this crowd, and you see a flash of white hair, pointed dark ears, as this little girl, clutching a large, fuzzy, clearly, like, well-loved teddy bear, is walking through the street. She has... Let me just get her description. Okay. She couldn't be more than 7 years old. She's short and thin and quite frail to look at. Her skin is this light grey, and she has these two small, slightly curved black horns that peek out from her temples. The short, white, wavy hair frames her face quite nicely, and you can see tucked above her pointed ear is a small emerald green hairpin. She's dressed in a rather plain charcoal dress with intricate spiderweb lace patterns. The most curious thing, however, is from her back, 4 long, thin, spider leg-like limbs emerge, and in her tiny arms, they kind of curl around this bear. The crowd, not even looking at her, parts for her as she walks through, face alight with childish excitement, or closing behind her.
Not noticing this. Look.
I am choosing not to perceive this.
Well, because I didn't roll high enough to know. I always hated this procession. Everyone in the city just seems to treat it as normal. That bit.
No. I wasn't particularly a fan either.
If I hadn't have been adopted, I could have well ended up in that parade myself.
Kind of like, if you like, my posture is very rigid, and I'm like, you know, like when your hands are like clenched so tightly in on each other, like the knuckles are white, I just kind of just turn around and walk back into the tavern, very clearly like angry and upset.
What are the rest of you doing?
Just gonna look down to Jasper and motion to get back inside and then follow after Umbra.
Yeah. We should see if he's doing all right. I'm gonna head inside.
Okay. You leave the procession behind, knowing some of them were there by choice, some of them may not have been. But either way, there was very little you could do to help them at this point. The cheers of the crowd still linger in your ears as you close the door behind you, and it is not a comfortable silence that you walk into. You see Xavier is kind of hunched over the bar, like shoulders drawn tight in this very defensive posture. Umbra, what are you doing?
I'm gonna like walk right up to the bar and just kind of like very kind of just like there's just this like rolling waves of anger off of him, and he just kind of like looks up at what was the name of the barkeep? Sorry, did they ever actually give us that?
Xavier.
Xavier, thank you. And I like get ready to pull out like my coin purse. I would definitely love to partake in some of that nice wine if it's still on the table, and I'm more than happy to actually pay for this.
Xavier kind of nods, his jaw very tight. You can see the teeth grinding against each other, those points digging into the gums. And he's going to reach below the bar and pull out this thick, heavy bottle that is this beautiful emerald green. And he's going to place it in front of you. And then, like, let go. And then grab a glass, place it in front of you. Grab a glass for himself, place it in front of him. Pop open the drink, pour it, and it's this clear liquid, which, because I can't drink, I actually don't know what it tastes like, but I know that it is vodka. Or at least Taeve's equivalent of it. This shit is potent. Like, you can smell it. It hits, and you're like 95% sure if you even, like, strike a match anywhere inside this room, it's gonna ignite. That is the level. And he places the cup down in front of you, pushes it to you, picks up the cup, fills his own, and then just fucking tosses it back.
You okay, Umbra?
Kind of like turn back slightly to face the others as I give them a cheers and knock back some of the drink myself. Seemingly unfazed by the potency.
Oh, it burns like a motherfucker, but you are able to.
But I'm trying to
You're able to get it down. Yeah.
Well, let's just say that whatever's going on out there is not something that particularly deals well with me, and being inside here is much more favorable at this time.
I see. I won't ask. I think I'll have a drink myself, actually, if there's some going spare.
With that, Javier picks up a glass, does the same routine for you, pours it, puts it in front of you, realizes that you're much shorter than the thing, leans, like, grabs onto the side, leans over and lowers his arm as far as he can. And because he's got quite a lanky, long build, it's actually quite, like, far enough for you to grab it.
I appreciate it.
We despise this practice. But it's legal. It's always legal. Always. It's supposed to be helpful. You can't pay your debts. You just get someone else to pay them for you. Ever since she took over. Rather die. And with that, takes another shot. Slams the glass down. And you see the shudder run through his fur.
In a lot of my stories, the heroes are vigilantes operating outside of the law, opposing tyrannical governments and practices. I know it's not much comfort, but the kinds of things that people, just because most people turn a blind eye to something doesn't mean that it's good or normal. I wish I could. I wish I had the means to do something about it.
I kind of place. Oh, there you go.
No, go on.
So I kind of place my glass a little harshly down on the table in my kind of fit of anger. Yes, it's definitely impractical. And they say it's helpful, but it's nothing of the sort. I take a moment. You say you wish you could do something about it. That's exactly what I'm doing. Crossing off all the lords that think that partaking in this sick, beastly practice is anything but helpful, is all for their own self-gratification, and I assure you I'm not resting until every single one pays for what they've done to us.
When you say to us, no, I won't ask.
I give a somber smile, maybe and down the rest of my drink before I let out a long sigh. I mean, I'm not usually one to divulge such information, but considering you shared some stuff with me yesterday, it's only fair. But to keep a sob story short, my life wasn't always just a traveling bard and on an adventure, and maybe with a little bit of murder on the side. I was acquisitioned by some people when I was but a young kid. And grew up within the likes of lords and people to please them as they would with any of their objects. And let's just say after I managed to get out, I made a vow that I would make sure that I could at least try and abolish such a terrible thing. It takes time when you're a one-man band and prefer to work alone after years of being stabbed in the back, but...
Well, you're not a one-man band at the moment. I'm sorry, Umbra. I didn't know.
Not really something I go around telling everyone, but I appreciate your candor and your genuine vested interest in me. I do appreciate this. I'm not usually very good with and I kind of like gesture interactions, let's say, but again, it's not something I go around telling everyone, especially when, you know, you don't really want the wrong people finding out when you came from and them potentially wanting to take you back. And I just kind of let out a shrug. I've made my peace with it at this point.
Well,
Hey, DM.
Yes?
Umbra's comments of wanting to take care of everyone responsible or has anything to do with that, is that in any way relevant to me?
What?
I'm just asking.
Eyes emoji?
There may be things going on I don't even know about.
Eyes emoji?
I will message you.
Please do.
Excuse me?
well,
Don't worry about it.
well. If you mean to do something about this, then I want to help you. I might only be an author and bribe, but I like to think I'm good at. Well, I know things. I'm knowledgeable, and I guess I can fight pretty okay.
I mean, you proved yourself when we managed to take that bear, so I assure you,
Thank you.
like I said last night, any help is preferable, and I mean, if you do decide at any point to leave, I won't hold it against you, only that you just maybe hold off and let me make a grand escape before reporting or publishing anything. Got to put distance between myself and the material after all, but genuinely, I kind of give like the rare, genuine Umbra smile. I appreciate your work.
Okay. Yeah, no, that works for me. Yeah. Like crackling in and out. Is it only when Umbra's talking? Because I have noticed that like it's not a problem because I can hear you fine. But
I have really shit signal half the time from where I am, so if it's crackling, like, there might be just something wrong with the mic. I haven't realised my headset is also going very janky.
I can
Okay.
hear you at the moment.
I also hear you okay.
yeah, like I've been able to hear you the whole time. Like crackling in and out. Deaf Umbra. Okay. So there's a little bit of static on their end, but I think it's just a mic problem or a signal problem.
There is also the people that were doing work outside. I did resume it, and I was filtering it out, but it might be my mic trying to like accommodate for that with the noise suppression, and then.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, that like I appreciate it, but it's also like the worst.
Like, I understand you have maintenance, but you have to do it right now.
Okay. So, you are sitting in a bar called the Lonely Knoll. You have had an interesting encounter in this city. Learned that not only is this a dangerous place where everything is for sale and everyone is always looking for that bargain, but slavery is legal, and apparently run by someone with quite the reputation. I think, on this bombshell regarding Umbra's story, that we are going to end tonight's session.
God damn.
Dang,
Mostly
okay.
because I have to be up in 4 hours, and I need
Oh
to
my
sleep.
gosh, please get sleep.
Please go to sleep. Please go to sleep.
Okay. Thank you guys, though. That was fun. I'm sorry I was so scatterbrained.
Oh, you're fine.
Huh?
More emotional trauma. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Emotional damage. Fucking love that.
Which-
Honest to God, that has just been...
That was emotional.
What were you saying?
That was emotional. Just like very slow boiling.
Oh, yeah.
But just like add everything up.
You're gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna have so much fun. Sorry. Honest to God, I love doing those little questions to you guys because you always give me such good reactions back.
And then I turn around and ask you a question like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that will be tonight's session. Again, because I am very, very tired. It's not my
Yes.
not my best, but
You did great.
thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Who should we rate tonight?
This stream sponsored by Ray Shadow.
Fucking
I was
Christ.
very jokingly about to just immediately respond with your mum, and I wrote Sparrow.
Let me have a look.
I hate that my brain was just like,
No.
go, who should I rate? Your mum.
You know the worst part? She will watch this VOD.
Hi, mum, love you.
Okay,
Raid with love.
Yeah.
yeah.
Please ignore the pitchfork and the torches.
About it.
Sorry. I'm starting to crash so badly. Alright, let me mute this so that I can have a look and see if they're actually live. Fucking ads, man.
I love it.
God damn it. They've only been live for an hour, so it's another Dungeons and Dragons stream. So we're gonna go raid them, unless anyone has any requests among the group.
No request.
I'm requesting her to sleep.
Yes, I am
That's
also
fair.
requesting Sparrow to sleep.
That's fair.
I'm also requesting chat if you want. Join Sparrow's server, and you can watch us shitpost while
Honest to
live.
God, it's so worth it. Like, I do other streams, but that shitpost channel is one of my favorite channels in my whole Discord. I can't read it. I shouldn't read it during streams, because it just fucking sends me.
I think I heard you audibly start to crank when we were posting La Creatura.
Yes.
I fucking, oh god. It's so good, but it's also like... oh man. The one you did with Jasper when Umbra finds the footnote fucking killed me.
Oh, thank you. I watched that Into the Spider-Verse trailer recently, and that's been like going viral on the internet. So as soon as it was like, yeah, just gonna chase after you, I was like, I need to find that GIF somewhere and post it because it's like just living in my brain right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna send the love over to Chasudon. Chasudon? I'm not sure. Chasudon. They are an Dungeons and Dragons streamer doing an underwater campaign, which looks pretty interesting. I've never rated them before, so we'll send them some love. We will be live with Taeve's Tall Tales in another 2 weeks, so not next week, but the week after, where we will pick up in the city. And I'll be much more alive. I'm still recovering from a bit of a breakdown, so...
Well,
yes, thank you. I shall try.
DM
I will be live tomorrow night, though I might move it back about an hour, because I have work, with Final Fantasy. So if you're interested in listening to me ramble on about dumb shit for the next 4 to 5 hours,
always.
I got you. And you can ask me questions about Taeve. I can't always give you answers, but you can ask me questions. If you haven't already followed, please feel free to follow. And everyone but Sage Jasper streams, so drop them follows too. I would give you links, but my stream deck is not working. Thank you for the follow. That's really sweet.
Rip.
I hope to see you next time.
Yes. Thank you.
So, we're going to start the raid. Is there anything you guys would like to say before I sign off?
Take care of yourselves and sleep lots.
Yeah. That was a good chat. Stay hydrated.
Drink water.
Yes. Eat food.
Unclench your jaw.
Don't lick the demon.
Roll those shoulders
Piss
back.
off your neighbour.
I was getting to that!
Get up and stretch.
Yeah, I said that specifically to piss you off.
To throw me off, thanks. I'm still gonna say it. I'm still gonna say it. It makes me happy. Alright.
I'm gonna do your own outro.
Yeah.
Then the others do an outro.
I'm gonna do it one day and have you guys say, like, each piece of it. And I'll get to end with the... and consent. Okay. So...
Sexy.
It's consent. Yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Send them some love. And remember to drink water, eat food, take your meds, and do not lick the demon that you summoned to piss off your neighbours, because as we all know, consent is consexy, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!
See you later. Bye.
Bye.